I must tell you, it is extremely unusual to have two honorees in the same year, back to back, that their iconic race car, one that is associated with them for the remainder of their lives, is the 38 Bantam Coupe. Because our next honoree is a gentleman who was quite prominent with his supercharged Oldsmobile in the gasoline burning classes. He hails from Division 4, and he's certainly the pride of New Orleans. And before I get to that, let me introduce you. Finally, he has made it. Would you welcome the museum board director, Mr. Dick Wells, who just now got off the airplane and got to Bowling Green. This gentleman has resided in New Orleans for as long as I can recall, and I would tell you that I announced his car on a racetrack in Opelousas, Louisiana, sometime in the month of January, about 1963 or 4. Our good friend Paul Candies would remember exactly when it was, because Paul was debuting the Wayne Ewing car, 1962, 3. I was in the open air timing tower announcing, and around the corner came this black smoke belching 38 Bantam Coupe with a supercharger running as rich as you can. I've got it on film. I had the opportunity to shoot pictures of it in motion picture form. It left pretty good, but out at about half track, all you saw was dust and dirt. And it got out to the very edge of a concrete airstrip that was about 150 to 175 feet wide. And he rode that edge for a while and finally disappeared in the cloud of dust. He didn't go off the track and didn't turn it over. But I thought at the time, wow, that's kind of a strange habit to have, is to go out and drive one of these things. He went on to become not only a great racer, but also one of the premier car builders in our sport. He, from sportsman cars to fuel dragsters, has certainly made a mark for himself several times, has been the recipient of the Best Engineer trophy for one of his creations. In later years in life, he built a very nice street roadster to drive around, and then decided, hey, quarter mile wasn't long enough. He decided to go to the salt flats. He built a modified roadster to race on the salt, and at the age of 69, topped 238 miles an hour at Bonneville to become a member of the coveted 200-mile-an-hour club. He now is nearing the age of 72, and chatting with him today, he said, you know, I've really been pushing hard on some folks' cars. I've been working until 2 in the morning on Glenn Cupid's car. He says, my car for Bonneville is scattered all over the shop, and I got 2 months to put it back together, and I got to get the parts over to the engine shop to get all of this. I would tell you, since I've known the man in the late 50s to early 60s, the litany's always been the same. There is not enough time. But I would tell you this sport has been blessed because of the efforts and the dedication of our next honoree. Would you welcome, please, Mr. Charles Boogie Scott out of New Orleans, Louisiana. As one who has gone into quasi-retirement, I would encourage you to consider it, but I know you're dedicated to doing what you're doing.
They won't let me.
They won't let you. Have you not learned the phrase, no?
Not yet.
Not yet. You certainly are as hardworking as you ever were. I know that back when I was running that racetrack in Houma, Louisiana, you and I had some dealings. You perforated a 68 Dodge Dart, got about 400 pounds out of it, and still looked pretty good on the outside. Yeah, you're doing lots of work now. You're doing Glenn Cupid's car. Don't take another step back or you're going to disappear. Don't think I'm getting terribly friendly, folks, but I just hate it when they fall off the stage. Your Bonneville effort is one that's most impressive.
it's something I wanted to do for years and finally got a chance to do it. And I thought I'd do it before, well, I still can.
That's the attitude of all of us. I would tell you it is a difficult time sometimes getting Boogie to say a whole lot, but I'm happy he is, because now you understand the South Louisiana accent. Fortunately, we don't have to have a translator.
No, not yet.
Not yet. You got something you want to add?
Well, my friend and partner in Bonneville called Eddie Pender was supposed to be here, but I don't see him. But I do have a bunch of other friends from back home that I built cars for, and that were crewmen and partners with me in different cars. And also one of my best and oldest friends, Bear Barlow, came from Hawaii to be with us.
Bear, of course, a chassis builder of great repute in his own right.
No, Bear was a...
Oh, he was a Volkswagen racer, that's right. The other Bear was the chassis builder.
Bear won division championships and worked in world championship Volkswagen cars. And he started with me around 58. He gave me a 32 coupe that I built to be an AO to that I first ran with. And Bear came over from Hawaii to be with me tonight. And my old push truck driver, George Villanova, was with us. And one of my old partners, Don Dufour, who's Linwood Dupie's brother-in-law, Don, came over tonight. And there's a couple of guys I built cars for, Boyd Rowe, Bill Wigginton, Nicky Felsher. They came here to be with us.
I told you he was prolific in his efforts. How much longer are you going to try to keep doing it?
As long as I can.
Good for you. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the dear friends in drag racing, Mr. Boogie Scott. Thank you, sir. There's yours.